Hey guys, it's Dr. Adam. I just wanted to go over a product that I really use and really love as far as creating a system that I can't create on my own that saves me time and, to be honest, has saved me money in many different ways. So this is Orthonic Details. Full disclosure, because I jumped with them really early and I believe in this product, they asked and I do to invest in Orthonic Details. So that's my disclosure, but I want to kind of go over what it is for those that might be interested in kind of how it can help them. So this is Orthonic Details. It's a website, and it's got a couple different things and how we use it. So the incredible thing about Orthonic Details is it's not just a software. So as you can see, if we kind of go through the software, we'll describe what this really is. Anything you can think of that you order in your practice can live in this software. So as we kind of come down here, I'll show you where this makes sense. So as you put things in the software, they automatically get categorized by details into lists. And so these lists will have all kinds of different things. Those items will also be categorized by vendor. If so, you know that there's something you ordered by a vendor, you could go ahead and click on it and see all the things that are under that vendor. So for example, if I click on Allure, then I can see anything that is on here that I want to order from Allure. So if we go back and keep kind of perusing this, so by vendor, and then it's got every single product that is all searchable. So if I wanted to search something in this software and I know the name of it, I could even search suction and see what comes up for suction. Here's the high volume evacuator and saliva ejector that comes from Dome. So even the parts that I actually made or ordered from Dome when I put together my actual stations are in here. Now this can be taken a step further. So as we've gone through this process and started to create our inventories, even though they make lists of different things, bonding materials and brackets and whatnot, you can create your own lists, which is really helpful. So what we've done is we've created the lists for our inventory that are based on where things are stored in our office. So for example, in cabinet 3, this is what is in that cabinet, and there's a note, always have 2 extras. And so if we go into cabinet 3, here are the things that live in that cabinet. So if I wanted to order something, I'm doing inventory, and I say, okay, I need 2 of those, I need 2 packets of those. It'll tell you exactly how many comes per packet, so 25 per packet. Here's the total cost, here's the cost for each one. Maybe you say, okay, and I need Profi cups, right? I need 2 of those. So as you go through your actual inventory, you can actually set up your list based on where you do your inventory. So you can see I've got a drawer for elastics. We've got a kind of a black box organizer with the little tiny drawers, and it's got all the things in it that we order there. Here's cabinet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through 7 under the sink. Here's the things that live in the fridge, such as etch or different types of glues. Here's our lab, miscellaneous products, our new patient cabinet, and then you can even set up bracket cards. You can order, you know, the exact kinds of brackets you want. Wires list, here's our tools and instruments list. And you could create your own list. You could create a list that says, okay, this is what I order every month. Here's my monthly list. I'm going to put a list of items, and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to know that I'm going to add those things. But this is how we've organized it. And the way that works for us is because our sheet of paper that my clinic person would take around is organized the same way. So cabinet 1, there's the rubber bands, and then they can just quickly mark down what they need. Now the genius in this too is that at any point, if there's something that I see it's low or anybody else in my team sees it's low, all they do is they come in and just add it real quick, and it actually would live in this cart. So you'll see, like I saw several days ago that we were low on this burr right here, so I came and added some. Or I saw that we were low on some aluminum oxide for our Vanamin micro etcher, so I put some in there, same with these arch wires. And then those will just live on there as well until we're ready to order once a month. And the great thing is it will also show you the last time you ordered it right here, October 17, 2024. You can see what you ordered and the details and when you ordered it. So the nice thing is that if somebody just happened to order it 2 days ago, you're not going to accidentally order it. When you come to this spot, you can remove items still, you can edit them, you can add a note, and then you can say I want to submit everything to vendors, or I want to submit just, you know, this vendor items and things like that. So the fantastic thing about this process is this is not just a software, it's more than that, because it comes with a concierge. So let me kind of talk about what that actually looks like as we go to do this. But so as we build out what we want to order, the great thing is as we come back to products, not only does the things that you have to order monthly live on here, and not only is it limited to maybe products that you would normally order through like an Allure or let's say an American Orthodontics. We've got products from Amazon on here. We've got products that are not ortho at all, such as well, all of our slushy syrups that we order for our slushie machine live on here as well. Our Walmart items, I have a team that orders snacks each month, or any other kind of things we need live on here as well. Even things like man versus machine. So when we're ready to add a wireless mouse and keyboard that can be sanitized, then they're on here as well. So my team could go ahead and order those without having to look them up. So anything can be on here that order, and the great thing is if it's not something that's directly integrated into the software, when it gets submitted, it comes with basically an employee or concierge that works for Orthonic Details that will order that for us, whether it's reaching out on the phone, logging into a website, and helping us to keep track of that. And beyond that, if we kind of go back, if there's something that we need that we don't really know what it is, then we can take a picture or just send her an email or give her a phone call and ask her to look for those things. And she'll email us back options from different vendors. She'll find it for us. And so, for example, we were looking for some type of a filter for our slow suction that we didn't have. We sent her a picture and she found it for us, and she added it into details that took almost none of our time. She'll compare prices and options for us. And so what that looks like too is if we ever want to add something, we can contact her directly by email, but we can also just come in and add a product by just clicking on here, and then we can add some information or a link and she can add it for us immediately, which is fantastic. And so ours is Justine. Shout out to Justine. So as we go back, as we order, it will keep track of our orders. So here's our previous orders, and we can assign them to budgets, and then we get insights. So each month it'll tell us what our spending is. If we wanted to segregate those out into different areas, we could. And it kind of also tells us by vendor where we're at. And then what's super helpful for me too is it gives us that by month, our costs, which is really helpful because you may or may not know as a startup that certain vendors don't charge sales tax, and so you have to remit that to your state. And so I come in at the end of each month and I'm just going to add the several vendors that don't charge sales tax and then remit that to our state. So for example, I know that AmTouch, and I know that GC Orthodontics or G&H don't charge sales tax, which means that I owe the state sales tax. So this has been fantastic because for us, it saves us time. When it comes to it, then the team quickly does the inventory. It takes a few minutes. They enter it into our details, and then I can just look at it, and in 2 seconds, we hit the button to order everything, and it's ordered. We don't make any phone calls. We don't go to any websites. It gets tracked for us. If costs go up or not, then Details lets us know as far as that. And then they also will negotiate prices with large companies and things like that, just like any other buying group was. So as of today, in January 2025, they have hundreds of practices and they have real buying power. And beyond that, they have really compelling story for actual vendors because there's a way for them to API integrate so that when you order, it's much easier for the companies as well. So that's how we use Orthonic Details. For us, it's a no-brainer. Hopefully that's a little bit helpful. There's a lot of cool things coming with Orthonic Details that aren't even a part of this, so I can give some updates later. All right, thanks so much, guys.